Holy smokes. Less is better. Like V. Power Hour Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? What day is it? Yeah. Holy smokes. All right. As you can see it with TradeGateHub Power Hour. In the corner, you should make sure I'm on the right screen. Could have today's video with Dave, Coach Dale Pinker, Traders Call him Coach. David Hunter, one of our best guests, if you will. You know what? Best guest, we'll say that. Also garnering the most views, already 1,000 views. Great interview by Coach. Thank you for David again. We appreciate his time. High level person, very courteous, to the point, and knows where he's at. Thank you again, David. Okay. Two things. Power Hour is not for, this is the fourth quarter. Power Hour is for shooters. You know what I mean? You want to get the fundamentals, stretching, yoga, meditation, build up a plan, do what you got to do. You press the red YouTube button. Okay? Don't be swayed by my New York accent. Trust me. Fourth quarter. Sharp and very highly educated, to be honest with you. That matters. You want to know a story? My former firm that I worked at, the most successful person, billionaire, to come out, used to drive a New York City taxi cab. The antithesis. A friend of mine, his name is Joe, won't say his last name because he's probably listening if he's smart. MIT quant, freak mathematic, couldn't trade his way out of a paper bag. Doesn't matter. Here it is, right here. For those who want to see okay, let me finish. Okay, this is the time with shooters, which for shooters. Scroll up, down, all around. You have any questions? Let me know. Please scroll up. All right. Don't let our efforts go in vain. You know what I mean? Let's go to what is this? NMAX. Yesterday was 270. $260. Get back 200 in about 24 hours. Okay. Now, before I really go to the main screen, what do you really want? What it's real? I don't think this is a real home run hitting market right now because, if you're trying to hit home runs, it's almost like you have bases loaded and you got to at least drive in and get a double, not even a single. If not, get a homer and get a walk off. So you could also strike out. It's a warning track, if not home run ball or striking out. With that being said, is you want to see where your edge or where the less risk is. What stocks have been acting very well in the group before tariffs, earnings, everything, even going into now? There have been a handful of those stocks, and to no surprise, pardon me, they come with a lot of clean option sweeps. Uber, okay? This is the daily on Uber. Shrugged off the crude rip. As we can see with Exxon, give it a little bit back, but that's a crude rip. Uber, okay? Obviously, we go to Lyft and underperforming. Alex today it's acting quite well, but considering the rest of the trans, by the way, I did mention in TGH this morning, transport second downgrade in a row. They opened negative, went negative to positive right away. They're up multiple dollars each. Does that mean it's how the market is taking it at this point? Obviously, you can see here there's 200-day resistance. It still has price action. You got to think about also where it came from, not only where it's going. All right, nice move. What stocks have been acting well? Dollar General, nice slope up. Dollar Tree, giving a little back. How about this one? The oil, sans natural gas, how it's been acting, and oil, regardless of that, whatever. CRK, it doesn't get stale. Believe me, mixing the room, making money is a machine. You know what? He may be no, he knows he's good at stock selection, but he's got no problem. He facetiously apologizes sometime, like I'm going to say it, IPI or AIFF, but CRK. Look at this freaking thing. If that was a semiconductor in a semiconductor group, would you be buying it? Yeah. SU again. How does this not work? By the way, CRK started the whole thing off with calls. Fact. That's it. There's 100 and well, there used to be a lot more. I don't know, dozens of oil stocks, if you will. It's not like this one's on my screen. I said, finally, it's having its day. It came to light by a good trend. Every basic scanner out there. How about mean reversion stocks? NBR popular, Tidewater. What about they're starting to take some small calls, these things. Schlumberger, best to breed. That's gonna pop to the 200-day. SU. Let's go. This gotta get to 40. How does this not hit 40 by the end of the week? By tomorrow. Look at this. This is a spring. Listen, if it doesn't work, it's gonna be a washout. It looks so good. It looks so good. If it doesn't work, it's gonna be a washout. Weekly. All right, self-explanatory. I'm not gonna waste people's time. Some of these, you know what? Another thing, tariffs. You know, the tariff news, as I mentioned all before, might be already priced in. Earnings and the Fed might be, catching up to tariffs being uh, predominant. And why? AEO. With what's going on right now, AEO it's going the other way. A stock like Carter's, it's not a barn burner, but they're basing this way when they should be going the other way. I'm not in them. Retail stocks are horrible follow-through stocks. Even Macy's had the transition. I don't know what can go wrong with Macy's anymore. Even that thing based a little bit. Don't get me wrong. One extra tariff tweet, believe me, because these are sensitive more than most, send it right back down. I'm saying that as of now, they're absorbing, as of 4 o'clock today, Liberation Day, major tariff when they come to fruition, if you will. Buy the rumor, sell the news. That's why Tesla ripped. Tesla had its worst, horrible inventories. Then once Trump said Musk is going back to work, the stock ripped. Getting back to the point, stocks that were acting well before, during, and after. What else was good? Oh, BBBIO, ADMA, ADMA, not MDNA, ADMA. Stocks taking calls. You know what? Also, I brought it up again. I actually kind of want to read about this, but I don't want ignorance is bliss in this case. RKT, rocket companies, calls, top five. Now we're getting into April. Top five for the year. I'm not talking about 2 months. They're buying, and they bought Redfin. They bought that place Coop, and they're buying people with rates where they are, and it's still ripping. I don't even think it's a short squeeze because it's been evident in the calls. Pardon me. CRWB. I mean, this is needs no introduction. Etsy started acting well. Even, you know what? Even I saw Etsy. Stocks taking calls now. DraftKings. Bottom, can't do it. No. Financials. You know what the two financials taking the most calls? What are they, Mike V? I'll tell you. Believe it or not. Don't kill a messenger. If you don't have it, get in the account or a demo. Wells Fargo. And believe it or not, maybe Warren's going back in it. Bank of America. But he's flushed out of it. I don't trust either. It's only because I don't like the charts to a degree. Could they have some 200-day resistance or go up to 42 and a half? I don't really feel, listen, the markets, if Bank of America is going to go to 42 and a half, if you will, or if Wells Fargo is going to work, I'll be with the proper rotation. I can make some meatier trades, but keep an eye. It is what it is. AT&T was breaking out. That's a Dale Pinkert situation right there, chart-wise, if I would guess. Right? Never making a new high. Coach, if you're there, if not, correct me. This is what you want. Coke coming down. We can go through the Walmart. Well, actually, Walmart. Coke, Procter, Colgate. I saw it was breaking low. You see what's happening. How about, you know what they're starting to nibble on? Estee Lauder, by the way, in the fund. That could be rounded. That looks a little bit more of the bottom health. Ooh, that's an idea now. How's the volume? Ooh, that's not bad volume. Rounding. Let's zoom in. Like if we're a doctor. All right. Could go to 70 by expiration. Proper rotation, if you will. It's got it in it. And I only brought that because of calls. Doesn't mean it's going to work. It means you got an edge somehow. Oh, God help me. It's Wednesday. It's got it in it. And who commented yesterday? I have to apologize. First of all, I do an apology. And I don't know why I was being defensive, because I'm not a defensive person. I got a thick skin, I get it. Especially when I have such a vast audience like myself with the masses. This yesterday. One for change for the better. And I replied, I couldn't have pulled, I said, don't be a hater, take the positive from it, any of that brush, but then you said it was joking. All good, man. Thanks for tuning in. I could have lashed out and just take the positive. And it was a positive. So one for change for the better. I owe you an apology. Thank you for commenting. And by the way, most importantly, any comment that he did make was on that NMAX that moved. That's most important. I saw a stock that went from 4 to 300 back to 66 today. Wonderful. Stock selection, price range action. It's what I care about. VIX. I don't know, man. That's in the danger zone. And go either way. See, but it did it here, up, and then a lower high, up, lower high, up, lower high, up, lower high, boom, up, 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 up. That's what it says to me. I'm not betting on it. That's what the chart would say. Right? If I was a doctor, I'd say legs broken 6 to 8 weeks. Put a cast. All right, I'll leave it there. Questions, comments, suggestions? I'll tell you. What happened to Dwayne Collins, by the way? What happened to DC? This is the one. You want to talk about another one? Well, I'm going to talk, what is it, year to date or last year? This stock is, I don't know what's going on. This thing's sexy. AR. I think it's oil. This thing is going higher. I got to buy it. Buying it now. AR. Buying it. And you know what? Also, I'm long. I don't have a lot of it, because you know what? When it's going to go, if it goes, it goes. But when it's going to go, I'm going to get it. Ranger Rick. That's going to go. I am telling you. I'm telling you. Where's the weekly? Oh, Ranger Rick. God forbid this everything gets overbought. Anyway, stock's still in place. CRW. CRWV is a proxy, I think, to the market to a degree right now. It's not the rotate or the spec rotation. Market 5650, 5620, 5591 support. We made a couple of nice trades in these bios, took advantage of a short squeeze. I unloaded a bunch on one of them. Probably going to regret it sooner than later, but you know what? I'll take it, because I was wrong on the timing, and buying these stocks off these dumpsters dies. If they're not, I don't want to go through the pain at this moment. You know what I mean? Especially if the VIX does pop the other way, that's going to be good active trading, and I just don't want to I don't want to be playing defense that much. But I'll be playing offense with CRK and SU though. All right, cheers. Thanks for tuning in. Mike V. Thank you for the team behind me, TradeGateHub, Tradeview Markets, of course, for sponsoring. Have pride in your fills. I'll try to do better tomorrow. Be a pro.